We always have learned if we want to be known as the best, we're taught to only show our best side, to appear polite, wise, and perfect. But the world has changed. What was once formal now is outdated. The old ways are gone. Or maybe this is actually what we like. Imagine you're Indonesian, and one day you see this American kid on every social media in Indonesia. Not even Coldplay, not even Justin Bieber. And your parents are wondering, who is this guy? The guy who promotes Indonesian better than the government itself? The guy who exposed American propaganda about China image? It's IshowSpeed. In 2020, Darren Watkins Jr. was just another kid streaming on YouTube, playing NBA 2K, raging, talking to Chad, but one day everybody knows him. But what set him apart wasn't skill, it's emotion. He is the embodiment of intrusive thoughts in real life. He screamed, laughed, cried, broke stuff, ran around his room. It wasn't a performance, it was pure emotion in its rawest form. While other creators tries to be cool or calculated, Speed were pure reaction, unfiltered energy. He is like us, but we control our action, thoughts, and emotion. Just imagine you're failing at games. Sometimes you keep your composure because you don't want to break things. But Speed, he didn't just smack the desk, he jumped at the monitor. Watching Speed streams feels like watching a brain with no filter, no script, no control, just raw humanity, broadcast in 4K. The first viral clip didn't come from Speed himself, they came from fans. TikTok turned his chaos into bite-sized meme. A 10-second clip of him raging got millions of views. Goodbye. Suddenly everyone on TikTok knew his face, even people who had never watched a full stream. That's the power of a memeable identity. When your reaction, your voice, your sound bites becomes internet language, you don't need marketing. The internet markets you. The moment people started saying his catchphrase in real life, he wasn't just a streamer anymore. He was an icon. Speed had officially becomes internet language.
Cristiano Ronaldo, suey. Make her let me scan. Make her let me scan. Satay, satay. My mom is kind of homeless.
Speed spent hours streaming every day. Sometimes only a few people were watching. But he kept going. He kept trying new games, new reaction, new idea. He experimented, he learned from mistake, and he pushed himself to make every stream a little better than the last one. Another thing, as 14, 16 years old at that time, he had like crazy strategy. He only had consistency and obsession. And that's what helps him grow. When his clip went viral, it wasn't luck. It was the result of months of effort and persistence. By reacting Ronaldo highlights, clips, and viral moments, he tapped into the global football community, a massive audience that hadn't noticed him before. He saw an opportunity, a way to connect with massive, passionate community. So he learned, he studied player, watched matches, practiced Viva, and followed football highlights. Every day, he got a little better. He experimented with reaction, clips, and commentary, trying to find a way to make the content fun and engaging. It wasn't luck, it was passion and persistence. But obsession and chaos always have a cost. Speed energy was so raw that sometimes it crossed lines. Bans, warning, drama, you name it. He's had it. Yet somehow that chaos made him a better person. Imagine you're a teenager growing up and get watched by millions of people every day, as if your life is a Truman Show. Every movement and every reaction is being watched. And of course, inevitably, there will be a mistake.
Oh my god. You look awful.
Oh my god.
But here's what most people miss. Behind all the chaos, the barking, explosion, the scream, there's a kind of strange warmth in Speed. Every once in a while, the chaos stops. And for a moment, you see a kid who just wants to make people happy. You see him buying food for stranger, giving money to fans, or making someone
Come on, come on,
days
come on, come on.
just because
What you wanna
he
eat?
can.
Get what you
It's easy to label him as crazy, but it's harder to admit that we're drawn to him because he shows us something real. Even though he is the embodiment of chaos, yet sometimes he's one of the creators who still feels human. There's a term for this: parasocial empathy. It's when you don't just laugh at someone, you start to feel for them. And that's what Speed triggers in millions of people. He's reckless, unpredictable, but the most important thing is he kinds to others. And when that moment comes, you're reminded that he is just a kid, a human being. When he's angry, you feel the anger. When he's lost, you sense it. When he's laugh, it's contagious. He's not just acting perfect, he's living his flaws out loud. And in the world where most influencers hides behind filters and PR smiles, that's powerful. Because what people really crave isn't perfection, it's real emotion. And Speed gives that in its rawest, loudest, and most unfiltered form. And that's what makes his story stick. Chaos grabs attention, humanity earns empathy, and obsession builds mastery. Today you can see the shift. He's still chaotic, but there's growth underneath. And maybe that's what makes his story human. A kid learning how to balance fame, mistakes, and maturity. Because behind the screams, behind the controversies, behind the memes, there's just a young guy who wants to be seen. And if you told me in 2020 that the guy who gets mad at Talking Band, the guy who jumps on the monitor, or makes inappropriate music would come to my country and be cheered by a lot of people, I wouldn't believe that.